realized I didn't have a new intro, so how I was going to come into the show, so I had to play the old one. Welcome to Marcy Diamond Show. We are back. It's Ras Mixx, Kinshok, and the great Marcy Diamond. Happy to see you again. How are you, lady?
So good. I think your hair is back. Is your hair back?
Yeah, I just got to pull back in the ponytail.
That shit is long since last time I seen you.
Yeah, it's been growing. Kinshok, how are you?
I am doing well.
All right, so before we get started, if you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitter, make sure you get those hearts pumping and support the show. It's been a while.
Are we on Twitter?
Yes, we're on Twitter.
Holy shit.
It's been a while. How y'all feel? We back.
That's amazing. I'm so excited.
And where do you want to get started? Where are we starting?
My favorite subject. I love Krishan. I think people think she's crazy and all that, but I love her.
Krishan and Blueface.
Yeah.
If you were to describe a couple and describe them, nobody will ever believe you that they're still together and they're still successful, which is crazy. Like every other week is something. It's like she's pregnant now, but she's still smoking weed, but she's still out here fighting.
I didn't know that.
No, what is she? I don't know. Allegedly.
She might be.
Allegedly. She's still smoking. Every other day they broke up, they're back together. They broke up, they're back together. They did a performance at Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fight.
Good grief, man. And did it get clowned?
I don't know. I haven't seen no clips of it because it was on the Zeus network. You got to pay to get on there.
Oh man, I used to pay for it, but I canceled it when they broke up.
They wasn't gonna break up for good. They're never gonna break up. It. I am debating paying for that Zeus network just to see the madness.
$4.99. But I don't watch baddies. I can't watch baddies because it upsets me so bad to watch people fight. It really upsets me. Like I get really upset. So I haven't been able to watch baddies, but I did watch Krishan and him, and they fought all the time. So
yeah, the baddie show is nothing but like they fight during the auditions.
No, it gets me so upset.
Kinshok, have you ever seen? I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this show.
I have not seen this show, but I think I saw like a clip for the auditions for the show. Isn't that where this girl got her start? I think that's where I saw the clip that I saw. Like they were like all standing around in a room and then just a battle royale broke out. And I was like, wow, okay.
And like I seen one clip where two girls were walking up to talk to the judges and they start swinging on each other. And the judge's like, yeah, whoop her ass. I'm like,
hey,
what's going on? Like who like where is this coming from?
Man, you would think they try to pull them apart, but they don't.
Do they have the worst security in the world?
They half-ass pull them apart.
Yeah, and they just walk by them like, stop. Yep. Don't do nothing. Don't.
Oh, that was Jerry Springer come to mind.
It's Jerry Springer. They put Jerry Springer put like a fake effort to bring up a fight. They don't do that. Like, and Jerry Springer, they security was just ripping off shirts. If you ever watch how they rip off girls' shirts. If you always wonder how their shirts always came off, it's the security ripping them off.
Dang.
You never noticed that, did you? I found out like one day, me and my friends watching, like, look, watch the security guy. He ripping off her shirt. They always grab their shirts and like try to rip them off, so titties will be all over the place.
Wow, titties all over. Titty meat.
You asked how to describe that couple, and I would say they're trapped in trauma and locked in toxicity, because the reason they're acting the way they're acting is because of some past trauma, and they're locked into each other because that toxicity is comfortable.
Yeah, it's
I think you're right, because they both, you could tell Krishan has trauma. Like her mom like a crackhead and she like had to raise her sisters or something. And then like Blueface, just see his mom talk to an interview, you be like, oh yeah, I see why he's the way he is.
But she seems like his mom seems like, I don't know, she's got it together, but maybe I could be wrong.
What's up, Alex? How you been?
What's up, Alex?
you're watching and have any questions, don't hesitate to type them in. Please comment, like, and subscribe on wherever you're watching it. As I said, if you're watching on Twitter, get those hearts pumping on there. We're back. We're being unfiltered now. We're not going to hold back like we used to.
I know.
We're not going to be politically correct.
now.
Because it was frustrating because we couldn't say the words we want to say, but now we're going to say them because everybody just says what they want to say on podcasts now.
Yeah.
I've heard like retarded like 5 times on podcasts. I'm like, you know what?
Yep. You have, and that ends up being the word I say a lot. And I'm like, oops, 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 oops.
Because that was a great word in the 80s. And we didn't mean that somebody was mentally damaged.
Right.
It was like, go ahead.
No, I think that's exactly what we meant with somebody was mentally damaged, not developmentally delayed.
Yeah, we didn't mean like on the spectrum. We just like, yo, shut your retard ass. You know, because somebody says something that's not something stupid, you know?
Yeah.
But the PC just went too far. Like, you couldn't say crazy. You couldn't say stupid no more. Like, what are we doing?
I didn't know you couldn't say crazy. Good grief.
Oh, yeah. That's been a bad word for at least 10 years.
Man.
10 years?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just recent. Because when we showed that list on the other show of the words you couldn't say no more, and I was like,
no,
what can you say?
I say 10 years because they've been calling women crazy for at least that long or more.
Well, did you see how they describe a lesbian now? There's a certain university that was describing a lesbian as a non-male attracted to another non-man. And so J.K. Rowling said, oh, wow. So basically you're saying a non-woman attracted to you're saying you won't say the word woman, basically. They wouldn't say the word woman.
Well, the one that put me over the top was minor attracted person.
Yeah.
That's the new phrase they're using to define a pedophile.
That's the pedophiles pushing that narrative. They need to shut them down.
Hey, look, NAMBLA has chapters, so excuse me, they're being well funded. Mm-hmm. So
if I find that no.
Wait, but I got it from a TikTok I watched, and the guy was just like, the person, he was like, he called him a pedo, and he was like, I prefer the term minor attracted person. That's offensive. I was like, wait a minute, you're standing here as a whole grown adult trying to take a child and do terrible things to him, and you're offended? Mm-hmm. Can somebody back him up, please? Call the hood in.
Yeah, pedophiles are getting way too entitled. We need to shut that down. I mean, it like the PC world. I mean, I never thought I'd be one of those people. Man, they're getting too politically correct. They being too. It's like it's too far. Like people get offended on every single word you say. They're bringing up old tweets.
I think what's happening is by trying to be inclusive of everyone, they're over defining everything.
Yep.
Just let people be who they are. Just let them be who they are, you know?
Yep.
You ever watch like an old 80s comedy? The shit they say in those movies?
Yeah.
And it'd be the kid movies at that. What was the movie? Monster Squad? But the little kids who was fighting Frankenstein and the werewolf and stuff. You remember that movie?
I've never seen that one.
They say the F word. They say retarded. They say everything in that movie. And it's like PG-13.
Dang.
So, I mean, I know you don't want, I mean, like the word spaz.
Yeah, what's wrong with that word?
A lot.
Uh-oh.
No, but Alex says you literally can't say anything at this point. People's mouths are being sewn together and wired shut. Yeah. And like when Lizzo had said the word in the song, Lizzo and Beyonce said the word in the song, and everybody was freaking out. And like people were calling her a nigger and stuff. I'm like, yo, you're not helping your case.
Oh, they have no problem with that word.
Yeah, it's like, so this is what we own now. I mean,
now I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were talking about the word retarded, and how we meant it. So the correct term for someone that's on the spectrum is developmentally disabled or developmentally delayed. Correct?
Now they're saying special abilities.
No, those are superheroes. Those are the Avengers. but if you went if somebody told you something, say, "Oh man, we should rob a bank," and you wanted to say that's retarded, and you said that's developmentally disabled, then you're being offensive.
Yeah.
Because you're purposely pointing out something that is a medical term,
right,
to describe something that you think is complete. I think people don't. Maybe we should just promote the word asinine, and then people would understand it. Okay, don't say retarded. Say asinine.
That's a better word. I like that word.
Yeah, but how long before they say you can't say that?
Okay, unless asses start talking, nobody's going to be offended by that, because that's the only thing I can think of in the root of that word that would be offended.
And like the people who try to gatekeep these words are like turning like the biggest Karens in the world.
Yeah.
They're black Karens, they're white Karens, and it's like, yo, you need to relax.
I don't know if there's any black ones.
There are. There are. There's a woman had to unfollow on Twitter because you remember the movie Soul with Jamie Foxx? The cartoon. She said that it was whiteface because the ghost went into Jamie Foxx and was talking in a female voice. He said it was whiteface and it was very offensive. I was like, okay, you have issues. You need to resolve your issues and what anger you have and enjoy life, because it's a kids movie. It's not that, it's not that deep.
Right.
And that's where we had in the world. So, but now people are starting to, not fight back, but just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say stuff. If it offends you, I'm sorry, but I mean, there's only like 3 or 4 major words that we're not gonna say. Well, I'll probably say one, the N word. I'll probably say nigga a couple of times, but I'm not gonna say F word or, I'll give you that. I'm not gonna call you a
WHORE.
No, it rhymes with slammy. I'm not gonna say that word because I have transgender friends and I respect them for that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We was both trying to figure out what that word was.
But for the most part, you're not gonna take other. Well, Alex says the C word.
Well, they say that in England all the time.
Call me that all day long. Call me that all day long. I love it.
What, a coward?
Okay, if that's the C word you want to pick,
what's the C word?
Cunt.
Yeah.
That's always been? Is that highly offensive now?
It's always been highly offensive.
I mean, but
women flip their shit.
Not over in England. They say it all the time.
Okay, it's been offensive, but is it like people canceling you over saying cunt?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think like that.
Because most people don't say it. It's very rare that you hear it here in America.
Right.
Because it's such an offensive word.
Isn't it funny?
Well, look at think about what they call cigarettes in the UK. And there's the one freaking, huh?
What they call what?
Cigarettes in the UK.
What do they call them?
They call them fags.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never heard that.
Yep.
And there's the ones getting upset about spaz. I'm like, hold on, look what y'all call cigarettes. Don't call, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so when you're calling a cigarette that, you obviously don't mean you're calling a gay man that, so that shouldn't be offensive.
If you're over in the UK, it's not offensive at all.
Right.
But I think spaz becomes offensive because it actually is sort of based on a medical term. Because people, when they say, when they say spaz out, they're talking about getting upset and going out. But people who have actual spasms, that's why they're offended, because it's close to their medical term.
Shit. Let me retweet this real quick.
So, what was I about to say?
All I ever see is
but that's just the English language as overall that we use words for different things. We use the same word for different meanings. Some of it can be offensive, some of it's not offensive at all.
Mm-hmm. Dang it.
Marcy, can I ask something of your audience, please?
Yes, babe.
Here we go.
The word, I can say the words I want to say, right?
Yep.
Okay, the word fuck. Can someone please verify that the origin of the word is in Old English for unknown carnal knowledge?
Wow, I did not know that.
Wow. I don't know. It says it's uncertain where it came from.
Fuck. You like the word
because
fuck?
I've read that in like Old English court records that's what it was referring to. That's where the word came from.
Say it again.
Alex.
What's the definition again?
For unknown carnal knowledge, meaning that you were having sex with someone you weren't married to.
Oh,
Be
shit.
it you were cheating or you were just sleeping around.
I fucks. Oh. We've all fucked before. I mean,
yeah,
it's fun.
wow.
I fucks with that.
I fucks with it.
I fucks with it.
Yep. I'm gonna get me some more Bacardi.
You see what you started?
Hey.
I mean, it feels good to be free. I mean, we're not holding back no more. And if I get the Zeus Network, you got to come over and watch with me the shows. Kinshok.
I can do that.
Because I that's something you can't watch by yourself. You get like, what is they doing? What is going on?
Uh-oh.
Like,
that
how do you
means
be
I got to bring a box with me, right?
Yeah. Like, how do you be that? I don't understand. Like, even when I was young and out of control, I never would like just fight that quick. And fighting on camera is ridiculous.
Huh?
Speaking of fighting on camera, Marcy, did you see the Jocelyn Hernandez fighting backstage at a Floyd Mayweather fight?
And they said she kept on attacking that woman. Do you know the backstory on that?
Apparently the girl's been saying that she wanted to fight Jocelyn or something allegedly. And Jocelyn finally saw her, I guess, and Jocelyn went ape shit, the best way to describe it, because the look on her face when she was trying to get to her was like pure evil. She was out of control.
She was like, I'm going for it because you said you wanted to, so I'm going to bring my best game.
And like she was like slapping the security and just slapped this random girl who's walking by, and she was out of control.
I only saw where he was like, get this woman. Who is she? Who even is she? The guy was saying, who is she? And then she had no top on and they were trying to get her over the boxes.
There's like 3 different clips. I don't know if I want to play them, but yeah, because
it's nudity. Again. She got her again at a later point. I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, people were allegedly saying she's on drugs. She was on drugs and out of control.
Yep.
If you watch the clip, you're like, you know what? Drugs. Looks about right.
There's a lot of people on drugs. I could tell you somebody. Yep. There's a lot of stories of people on fucking meth.
Okay.
Go to the how do we private chat each other on here?
Yeah, it's private chat on the side.
No.
I just found something very interesting.
Or just text me.
On YouTube, and it's like cop body cam.
Mm-hmm.
This woman just decided, she woke up and chose violence that day. She decided, I am not going to jail. She took out 4 cars in a parking lot. The cop got out the car and said, turn the car off, get out the car. She took off. She had 6 police car, sheriff cars after her. And when they finally stopped her and got her, she was like, "Is this Illinois?" I was like, "No, baby, you're in Wisconsin and you in trouble." She stopped 3 or 4 different times and then just took off. I was like, she ain't going to jail today, or at least she hopes
she ain't going today. Not today.
All right, so let's get into some other topics.
If only this could be shared worldwide, it would be so juicy, but I can't. So hurry up and text me.
Zion Williamson.
We can. God damn it.
She dropped the phone. She got so excited.
Yep. He is something else. He is in trouble, huh?
I don't know if he's in trouble, but it's like he's 22.
Oh boy, I didn't know he was a baby.
Yeah, he's 22 with millions and millions of dollars. And obviously he has a high sex drive. So what do you do when you're 22, got millions of dollars, and you get with porn stars, I guess.
Or IG girls, right?
No, she's a straight up porn. You can find her on Pornhub. She's
Yep.
She says she's retired, but are you truly retired?
Right.
Kinshok, did you read much about that?
I did. And sometimes, you send me the stories and I'm like, okay, I got to memorize this fact. I was like, what? He did what? I was like invested in this one. I was like, oh my goodness, this is just ridiculousness.
But here's the thing, though. He was paying her monthly. Like, literally, like, paying her monthly to be his girl, whatever we want to call it, to fly her out and do what he wanted. What's up, Leonard? Bruce? Why was she exposing when she could have kept getting that money?
Pissed off that she was getting lied to, I think. Thought she was, like, really meaning something to him, and she wasn't.
That should be discussed. I mean, but he was, like, I kind of said, because he was talking about having her move out to New Orleans and be with him and stuff like that. But where's her game at? She should have known that he hadn't done it by then. It wasn't going to happen, because if I got 100 million, if I'm going to move my in, they moved in the next week.
Yep.
Like, quit your job, you moving in with me. Bam. That's all it is. Kinshok, why are you rolling your eyes?
Because I'm thinking about it from her perspective. Isn't she like 35 or something like that?
She's like 32.
Okay, and he's 22. Her thought process is different than his. And I think she was flattered that he was interested in her. And she was believing his lies,
Yeah. Like,
I'm sorry, he's 22. He's still a child in my eyes, it's like
sure
if his
is.
mouth is moving and he's lying.
Right.
Hold on, Marcy sent me a clip and I'm like freaking out at this.
He's got to watch it. He's got to watch it, and you just got to watch the facial expressions. You really need to hear it and listen to it.
I'll listen later, but I'm watching
it. You should go away and come back.
Hold on, I'll mute myself. Talking much, I'll mute myself.
Okay, cool. So, this Zion, you said when his mouth is moving, he's lying?
He's 22 years old. Yes.
Yeah, and he's got all this money.
But the money doesn't seem to be, because some men with money think that if they throw money at you, they own you.
Correct.
I didn't get that feeling from the things he was saying. I think he did care about her, but not as much as she cared about him.
Right.
He's like, just delete the stuff and we can talk and we'll work it out.
Right.
And the girlfriend, she, just, I got the baby, I got the child support payments coming, so you can just shut up. But one thing that the other girl said is, you went and had a baby on me. Meaning that he was being careful. I would say he was being careful with her not to make a baby. So I don't know. I think he cared about her, but not as much as she cared about him.
Yep.
And he didn't want to be caught up in the drama. But he's 22 years old, and like I said, if his mouth is moving, he's lying.
Right.
I have sons.
Me too.
And I also have 13 grandchildren.
Jesus.
Lots of presents.
I don't know. He's out of control, and it was more than that he was talking to. I forget the other woman who exposed him, but and I don't
understand why women expose.
That's my thing. Why you're exposing?
It's so cruel. I've seen people that are famous. I would never get on here you told me this and this. I would just chalk it up to, he lied to me. Oh well, keep it moving. They're doing that because they want some kind of fame.
I disagree with that. I truly think that one girl is hurt.
She's hurt, but
you can deal with him. You don't have to take it to the public.
But you have to remember what frame of mind they grew up in. Because, I grew up in the frame of mind, if you hurt me, I slash your tires. I call your mama and tell her something stupid.
That lady tweeted for 3 days straight about
but that's what she grew up in. That's what she knows to do. That's what they do, is they expose everything online because their lives are online. My life ain't online. I'm still old school. You piss me off, I'm gonna slash your tire.
Laura says 15 minutes of fame. I don't even think it's 15 minutes of fame anymore. I think it's more like 5 minutes of fame, because I'm pretty sure by next week nobody's gonna remember her name.
Why? Isn't this woman on OnlyFans?
Well, yeah.
Well, then somebody's gonna know her name next week.
Ras, you couldn't have watched that whole video, so tonight I want you to watch the whole thing.
I watched.
Near the end is where it gets really good.
It did. I was watching it, and
it's like this.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm gonna show you, Kinshok. I'm gonna show you.
I'm scared, Marcy, but I watch.
It's a trip.
And I got sent this video by someone that said, "Look."
But the thing is, though, like Marcy, I don't get the exposing. Like, you could stay, and he's not the bride. You could have still got money from him. Like, I seen you and your baby mama. So what's it? So what up with us? He'd be like, I don't know. I'll still see you money.
First of all, you should know, if you're a porn star or an escort, you're not going to be Miss Number One. You're not. You're always going to be that backdoor chick, because they don't feel like being with an escort or a porn star is any kind of anything. I mean, I had a dude tell me, why would I be with you, a porn star? Hell no. He said something really rude to me because I said something like, this is about 10 years ago. I was like, getting feelings for him, and he was like, I could never be with a porn star out in the open. Hell no. It was an NBA player. And I was like, oh, okay.
You know what?
So that's when I learned.
Fuck Michael Jordan then. I'm just joking.
Right?
Just
But they don't feel that way for you. You're seen as trash. Like, you're seen as a good time. That's about it.
I have a suggestion for you, Marcy, and other people in the industry. Take a week off. Take 6 months off. Just stop doing your job for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's a $2 to $3 billion a year industry. They're gonna change that attitude real quickly.
Who will?
Everybody that doesn't buy porn. It angers me because of what people do. They feel like these people can be treated anyway, and that's wrong to me. That is wrong.
But the thing is, though, is that even if they did, there'll always be somebody else who's willing to take that treatment.
Yep.
No matter what you do, somebody's willing to take that treatment.
You're 100% right.
Like if Marcy's like, no, you can't piss on me. Well, fine. The next the girl will let me piss on her. So it's like, you know, you can stop. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, what you won't do, 5 other women will do.
No, but what I'm saying is that all of you need to unite. Everybody in the industry unite and stop it. I know it's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. But this is my wish and my dream for people who are disregarded and disrespected in the industry. I personally, you know, I don't watch porn. I don't have nothing against it.
I don't watch it either. I never do. Ever.
But
listen,
that's a job. I show up to my
like
job and I do my job. You show up to your job, you do your job, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, excuse me. Why is this person regarded differently? Well, no, okay.
Listen, if I had 100 million, I would definitely fly out some IG models. I have a few. If I have a few on my list now, if I ever blow up and become rich, I'm gonna hit them up like, hey.
But would you just disrespect them just because you felt like they were like napkins?
I wouldn't disrespect them. I let them know up front, like, look, I know what it is. You know what it is. I've been watching you for years.
It's so funny because when I get disrespected by people, I don't even take it personal. I really don't, because I realize they just don't know. They just don't realize that we are people too. So if I get, like, I got an email the other day that really was like, I'll be honest, it did bother me. I want to say it didn't bother me because I want to sound cool and shit, but it did bug me. It said, do you think of yourself as, how do you think of yourself at? And the guy put fat. And I thought, what kind of fucking shit is that? So obviously, I guess you think I'm fat. So why do I have any concern of how you think of me? And then I was like, that doesn't bother me. Fuck him. And then I was like, well, it kind of does bother me. But then I was like, well, I am fat. So I just thought it was such a shitty thing to say. Like, people can be so shitty. Like, obviously, I am overweight. I'm probably obese, considered, you know, as what a doctor would call me. But because I'm 5'3" and I'm 220 pounds. But
I have the perfect answer for him.
What?
If you got shot with a bullet, the amount of insulation you had on your body would slow the bullet and stop it from hitting any vital organs. Tell that motherfucker you're indestructible. That's what you tell him.
I should. But it did bother me. No. And I was like, I don't want this to bother me. Why is this bothering me? It bothered me for like a whole day. Because how would you classify yourself? Something like that. You said fat. And I was like, wow. Why are you on my OnlyFans?
No, because those guys are incels who get off on trying to, you know, by putting a woman in her place, as they like to call it. That they get off on that, you know.
Tell them you're fun size packed with extra peanuts.
Tell them thank you for paying. Thank you for paying for the membership. That's all it said.
Right?
Thank you for paying.
Hell, man. What
okay.
kind of shit was that?
See, I have to learn how to do it from the other side because now I'm fat. But I used to be really, really, really skinny. Like I weighed 98 pounds until I was 25 years old.
Wow.
And people used to tease me about it all the time. And I'm short. I'm 5'3" like you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a quarter inch taller than you. So let me take that.
Hey.
But shut up.
Right.
You're so short.
I had to learn to deflect very early. And considering the fact that I've read the dictionary 4 times, I know English very well.
Damn.
And yeah, I know I'm stupid. But anyway, when you throw words at people that they don't understand, it gives them this glazed look. And then you can just snap your fingers and walk away and be like,
yeah.
When you figure it out, get back to me.
But I got used to being disrespected. You get disrespected in this industry because I guess it's not socially acceptable what we do. It's not culturally acceptable, period. Thank you so much, Leonard. Thank you, babe. So I guess I felt like I deserve it because look what I'm doing. You know what I mean? In a sense, because it's not something that's acceptable.
But what's acceptable?
But I guess I expect bad treatment.
I don't know.
You never deserve to be disrespected.
Yeah, you never deserve to be disrespected, no matter what you're doing. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Speaking of looks, let's talk about DC Young Fly and his wife, Jackie L, who passed while getting a mommy makeover. And I just want to say something real quick. They need to change that name because it's not a mommy makeover. That sounds real cute and like getting your nails done and getting new hairstyle. No, it's a major, major surgery that you're getting. They're doing like 5 surgeries at once.
Oh, yeah.
That's not safe at all. Go ahead, Kinshok. Wait.
I have a question. Does that include vaginal rejuvenation?
Sometimes it do.
I don't know.
Okay.
I heard it's
I've heard it does.
job.
Well, basically, it's like a tummy tuck, BBL, boob job. Sometimes face, sometimes vaginal. But it's like, even you just getting those 3, those are serious, dangerous surgeries.
They do them all at once?
They do them all at once. That's how Kanye lost his mom. She was getting a mommy makeover.
Wow, that's right. Usually people die when they are re-injecting the fat into the buttocks area because they can get it in a vein or an artery. I guess that's the same thing. And then it shoots up into their heart. The fat does. And then they die of an embolism. I think I got that right.
Well, allegedly, I've heard like different stuff. They said that she like a heart issue that they didn't know about. You know, they didn't check for.
Maybe she didn't even know about it. Wow.
Yeah, it was one of them issues. Allegedly, because I don't know. I feel bad for, for all of them, the family, because it may, because if somebody just told you, y'all forgot the mommy makeover, it's like, oh, that's cute, but it's not cute. it's some major work being done.
Yeah, big time.
Kinshok, I see your gears grinding. What are you thinking?
I'm sorry.
Like you looked in deep thought, like you were like, whoa.
Because, okay, I bounced around a lot for that, but why would you do that to yourself? I mean,
well, she used to be one of the wild and out girls. And I guess
yeah, but she was in her 30s.
She probably still wanted to have
How
that look.
much had stuff fallen in your 30s? In my 30s, I wasn't worried about it. But
I know, me either.
But that was her thing. She was No,
but that buys into this whole insecurity. Okay, I am over 30. I'm a nerd. I play video games. I play D&D, I look in the mirror and I go, that don't look that great. Oh, well, put a shirt over it. Right. And I walk away. Yeah. I mean, what kind of insecurities do you have to have at 30-something to want to change that much of your body? Even at 30-something, you shouldn't have to have anything done below the waist.
But that was just part of her career, was her looks, her body, that cute shape, the shape that everyone wants, that type of thing.
Well, then do some exercises.
That don't help.
You had 3 kids.
It might not. Okay, at my age, it might not help, but her age at 30, it would help.
It could have
put in the work.
But you said yourself, this younger generation, they don't understand that. They think that, oh no, I'm 30, it's over. I gotta do something to get back. They don't think like we, they don't think like that.
Right.
And I'm saying that's what she was thinking, but I mean, it had to be something like that where she felt like, damn, I'm over 30, I got 3 kids, my body's not the same. What can I do? working out is not going to help. Let me go get a mommy makeover, and I'll be right back on the scene, get some magazine ads, stuff like that, get some acting roles. I don't know.
So are the doctors just as culpable as the people who, because if there are no doctors offering these services, where are you going to go to get it done?
Yeah. He took down the post. He had her up on his page where she was saying she was going to get the procedure done, and then he took it down 24 hours later. And he's had other complaints on him, the doctor.
Because what college teaches that? That's just something they pick up on their own, What college teaches you how to do that? I don't think there is.
I think there's medical schools that specialize in plastic surgery. I do think that's a thing.
But I'm pretty sure a university would tell you not to attempt 3 surgeries like that at the same time.
I didn't say that they condone this. I said that they taught the surgeries. They taught them how to do the surgeries. They just didn't say do all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Leonard says, I'm a personal trainer. If you take the time to put in the work, it will help people just want quick and fast options, the slower, healthier. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, can I get some medical or training advice from that person? Because I can't get this fat off.
Stop ordering $40 popcorn.
What? Wait, what? You talking about okay. Yeah, I got it.
So, I mean, people have been talking a lot about it, and they just had the funeral, and then, people, complaining about DC Young Fly's speech that he gave. Like, how can you criticize somebody giving a talk at their girl's funeral? He loved that woman. I mean, I don't know, it's pretty shady the way people act.
That's sad.
And who was filming that?
I didn't see it. I could see it.
I didn't see
it. It's all over Twitter. It's all over
we
Twitter.
can't show anything anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to show. I'm just saying, if you go, I don't understand. I hate when people show pictures from a funeral. Why if you couldn't make it, you just got to use your imagination. I don't want to see somebody's, casket open from a funeral. And to think that somebody went to his funeral and pulled their phone out. I don't know if it was streamed or what, but but who pulls their phone out? Let me record this, touching moment. Put the phone away.
Absolutely.
I kind of disagree with that.
With which part?
With the okay, close the casket, because the picture I saw, the casket was closed and he was kissing the casket. But
I gotta look this up.
I wish I had.
Leonard, what are you talking about? What's a $1 billion industry? Let me know. But I get it's just, I'm not a fan of funerals. That's probably just my feelings. Opinion.
That's good on you. You're a good person. Nobody should be a fan of funerals. Who wants to see people die?
But them celebrity people love to go to them celebrity funerals to be seen and take pictures, and that's trifling as hell to me.
Because they want to be seen with the living people. It's not about the person that passed away at all. And I don't know. I have the picture, I had a picture of my mother at her funeral. I have that picture in my house. And so I'm happy with that. That makes me happy. It comforts me. But I think you're right. If somebody had been taking pictures during her service, I probably would have been pretty upset.
I gotta tell you something. My ex sent me a photo of his aunt on her deathbed. Her mouth was wide open. Her eyes were closed. Her face was completely sunken in like that. And she was super skinny. And I thought, why would you take a photo of this and send this shit to me? Why would you take a photo of someone on their deathbed and send it to me? That makes no sense. He was like, she's dying. And I thought, what are we doing today as a society of like taking photos of people, sending it in their when they're at their worst? Like I would not want that of me. Like if anybody comes in the room and is taking photos of me, I swear to God, I'm gonna freak out. Well, I don't know if I would be able to freak out but I don't know. I just think that's so insensitive.
It's very insensitive.
It might be insensitive, but I can tell you the insensitive thing I did. My father called me in the middle of the night, like 4:00 in the morning, and told me my mother had passed away. And I responded with, "Oh, okay." And he didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything. And I was like, do you want me to come? Because I immediately went into shock.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So maybe they responded inappropriately because they were in shock.
Maybe.
That's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's true, but that's a possibility. I was like, oh, you want me to come over? Because it didn't register in my brain that I should go comfort my father because I was still in shock because I heard my mother had passed away.
When I heard my mom pass, it didn't click into the next day. And I was just like, got the call in the middle of the night. And then I went to sleep. And I was just like, couldn't think straight. And I just, fell asleep. The next day I had to come back from Milwaukee. That was like an hour and a half drive. And once I got in the house and like I seen my little one, and it like hit me like, yo, I just like it all just came out, and I was like, it was weird because like it didn't click right away. Like you hear it, but it's like, oh, okay, damn. You like, it's not gonna hit you right away.
Right.
Lenara says plastic surgery worked at the hospital. I know a whole bunch of, and that's the money they charge to have surgery. Insurance companies, I guess, trying to say charge our surgery. Sometimes, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know it's a $1 billion industry, but shit, something has to be done. They need to, like I said, change the name of it, because do they even tell you ahead of time? Like, look, it sounds cute, but this is a very dangerous surgery. They tell you the dangers of it.
I got a BBL and they told me that it was dangerous. I could die. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Now I wouldn't do it again, because when I hear about the fact, I didn't really realize that they said the fat could be injected into your veins and go to your heart. I didn't really understand that when they were trying to tell me that the first time, or else I wouldn't have done it. But I was like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Just put me to sleep. I want to do it. Now, shit. That's like, they say that's the #1 surgery, a BBL, with fatalities. Like, with the most fatalities. A lot of doctors won't even perform it now.
I don't know. It's crazy, because if you're looking at just doing surgeries, how dangerous it is, just putting somebody out and then cutting them open at the same time, and how much somebody's bleeding during the surgery, and like all that's way too much. They need to change the name from Mommy Makeovers, because that just sounds like some, like I said, it sounds like something real cutesy that you're gonna come back with a new hairstyle and manicure and pedicure. No, this is major work that you're gonna have to deal with for recovery and.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Or maybe society could stop making us feel bad about getting older or being bigger or smaller or differently shaped than you like.
Right.
And we wouldn't have to worry about this.
But I feel like in porn, it's the more extreme you can look, the more money you make. And it's crazy. Like Natasha Crown, I don't know if you've ever seen her. She looks absolutely radical. That's the way I'll put it. Radical. And she makes a ton of money. And so do a lot of girls that, she's had 3 BBLs. 3 of them, and she wants to get to 100 inches on her butt. I think her butt's like 83 inches. I'm just like, wow. But
how do you carry that around?
I'll send you a
what
picture.
legs are supporting that?
She's a bigger woman, but she's not. But you can tell a lot of them. You can tell the work's been done. It's like she has big, huge lips. Like
they're
lips.
they're overly done. Like what the hell?
Okay,
man?
but wait a minute.
In my opinion,
she's choosing to do this because she wants to be in a certain industry. But there are women.
She was on botched. Yep.
There are women who do this because they think, oh, if I do this, men will love me. If I do this, men will love me.
Yeah.
No, I think she's just doing it for the money.
That might be her. But I'm talking about women who do it because they're so insecure in their person that they feel like, oh, if I do this, if I do that, I'll get a mommy makeover. And you know what? I'm a mommy. If I want something made over, I'll call my sons. You know, it's not, but they're not comfortable with that. And society doesn't help them be comfortable with that. Society tells them that 20-somethings are gonna ruin your life and da, 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 da. I'm sorry.
Well, they will if they're your kids.
You exactly right. You are exactly.
Hey, my kids watch this. I love y'all. I'm just joking. It's just jokey jokes. I love y'all.
But he's 100%
right. Do you remember Buffy the Body?
Yes.
Okay, she had a 45-inch booty. That was considered huge back then because nobody was doing BBLs. Yeah, and she was like the biggest, and it was only 45 inches.
Well, it's just like J-Lo. You look at J-Lo, and they said she had the biggest booty in the world. And it was like, you look at it now, it's like, wow, that was.
Yep.
But there were a lot of them. Trina, the rapper Trina, they said she had the biggest booty, but her booty was nice though. Like,
yeah, but it's like now, you know, compared to the natural, it's not anything. Like 45 inches, I got a 51, so it's like 45 inches. She was natural. Buffy the Body was natural, and she was really gorgeous. And nowadays, that wouldn't get you anything.
Yeah, look at Cardi B.
Yeah.
You see the clip she put on Twitter today?
No. Let me see it. What was it? Was it
I have no idea how big my butt is, but I once knocked a woman out of her chair.
Yo, Cardi B.
Damn, girl.
I said, excuse me. She leaned back and she didn't hit the floor. And I was like, oops. I was so embarrassed. She got up and moved to a different section.
Hey, if you're still watching, make sure you give a thumbs up, share the stream, share it, comments, let us know what you think. We're getting close to the end. So let's try something new. Marcy, what are you watching on TV now? Any suggestions for everybody out there?
All I watch is the first 48. That's it.
Really? Why?
Yes. That's it. I don't know, but then I started thinking the other day, I was like, wow. All they seem to be is in black neighborhoods. I just realized this because you start watching stuff and you start seeing similarities, and I'm like, they're only in black neighborhoods and they're only arresting black people, and I thought that's kind of fucked up. I just realized that about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
They aren't in white neighborhoods arresting white people.
I will send you true crime stories.
Okay.
That will make your skin crawl.
Oh, really?
Geez.
And they're all in white neighborhoods.
Okay. It's crazy white men that are like serial murderers?
No, not white men.
White women.
Is it women? I'll watch it.
I will send it to you, I promise.
I'll watch it. I love that. I love that shit.
I saw the latest Fast and Furious movie. They just so over the top now. It's ridiculous. I just enjoy the madness.
I heard that Vin Diesel and The Rock made up. Is that true?
Yeah, they made up apparently. So he's probably gonna be in the next one. Well, yeah, he's gonna be in the next one.
Wait, I thought he was just in this one.
He was in this one, but it was like a surprise scene at the end that
Okay. All right.
But,
showing you what's coming.
Yeah. I think they're gonna make a new Hobbs and Shaw movie. The first one was decent. It's decent along lines of the Fast and Furious. But you know, they're so over the top. You know, Vin Diesel flipped a car by himself.
I didn't know that.
You gotta. It wasn't as over the top as Part 9 when he's in outer space, but this one was just as over the top, like stunts, and nobody would survive. These cars are made of. I don't know what these cars are made of to survive the stuff they go through.
Adamantium.
I don't know why the guy drew my cartoon to have my eyes look like that when they don't look like that. I don't want to say I look like a certain demographic because that'll be racist, but I don't understand why I look like that.
That's not it. That's not it. It's a seductive look over your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Bedroom eyes.
You see it totally different because you're looking at it as you and he's looking at it as him and I'm looking at it as me. It's a seductive look over your shoulder.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Hope I didn't.
My mother once told me that everybody was interested in my ex-husband because he had bedroom eyes. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Never saw it. I was like, you don't understand. He's high all the time.
Oh, Lord.
You didn't say that, did you?
Yes, I did. But when I saw a picture of him when he wasn't, I get what she's talking about. His eyes are like always like half masked, and he had really long eyelashes.
Okay.
So that's what they were seeing, and I was like, he's just an asshole.
And on that note,
she don't cut him a break.
That's Marcy Diamond. You can find her on Twitter at Marcy Diamond 2. Why is it 2? Because it's her second Twitter. They banned the first one. You can find her on TikTok at Marcy Diamond. Check out her website, www.pog.life. I am Ras Mixx. You can find my... Wait, what just happened? Oh, that's the wrong one. I am Ras Mixx. You can find me on YouTube at Ras Mixx. You can find me on Twitter at Ras_Mixx. Follow me, subscribe to me. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get to 5K subscribers. I'm at 4.8 right now. That is Kinshok. Make sure you follow her on Twitter, Kinshok29. She loves you. She wants the attention. So go tell her something nice. Ask her about her feet.
And she sells wigs.
And D&D.
All right. Anything you want to say before we shut it down for night? I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you keep watching. We back. Unfiltered and raw and not safe for work.
We don't give a fuck.
I fucks with it.
Yes.
Share it, like it, all that good stuff. Anything, last words? All right, thank y'all so much. We'll see you guys next week.